Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Genie and it's Genie Signatures. So today I'll be making this beautiful, lovely gown. It has some gathers at the lower part and it has a keyhole at that part where that design is in the front. So if this is what you're interested in, please kind of watch till the end. And as you're watching, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share and don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. So without wasting time, let's get into it. So this, I'll be making use of a princess that bustier for this tutorial. I already have detailed videos on how to cut a princess that bustier on the channel, so please do well to check that out if you think or feel that this one was not well explained. I didn't want to be too repetitive and I didn't want to waste too much time on this. That is why I just did not really go into in-depth. So basically what I have there is my bust band measurements, which I have marked there, and then I'm taking in the dots like this. So if you feel you don't understand, just check out my previous tutorial on how to cut a princess dart and you're going to understand everything, because that's one was mainly for that tutorial. So this one is just like a recap, just to show you that I cut it out as a princess that bustier. So do well to check that out if you didn't understand what I was drawing here. So I'm just trying to get my side busts, as in the darts, the cup on the side. That is what I was just trying to get right there. And then I'm extending the line so that I won't run short when I'm joining it at the middle part. So that is basically all, and then I'll just be taking out my normal measurements and add back the darts and then my sewing allowances. So I'll go to the waist and then divide my waist by 4 and then add back the darts and then my sewing allowances respectively as well. So I'll connect that and then cut it out. So we're basically almost through. I'm carving out my armhole. And then for the neck depth, I came down by 3.5 inches, and then I'll be giving that a round neckline. And then for the neck hole in the front, I came down by 1.5 inches, and then for my keyhole, I'm not making it too wide. I made it a distance of about 1.5 inches down and then 1.5 inches up. I drew a square and then I carved that out in form of a circle so that the circle will just be uniform and looking good. So that was what I just did there, and that's all. So that is basically everything, and then I'll be cutting this out right now. So I'm cutting out the darts. So I'm cutting it out. So we have our side ready, and then I notched the underbust so that when I'm joining it, everything would align. So I cut out the neckline, and then now I'm cutting out the keyhole design in the front. And this is what we have. So by the time you open this up, this is what you should be having. And so let's get over to the back piece. So for the back piece, I'd already ruled out my zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. I ruled that out. Let me just highlight it very well so that it would be visible. And so I'll just take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. You add half an inch because of course it's going to be having a sleeve, and then you come down by your bust measurement for your armhole, I beg your pardon. So in order to determine this, you can just come down by your shoulder measurement as well, or alternatively divide your bust measurement by 6 and then add 1.5 inches. So that was what I just got that out, and then used my neck width for the front, the same as the front, and then came down by 1 inch for the back. And so I'm slanting my shoulder, and then I'll be adding half an inch for the joining on the shoulders as well. And then I'll come down here, I'll divide my armhole measurement by 2 so that I'll get the midpoint, and then I'll get my bust measurement divided by 4, starting my measurement from the zipper allowance, not before the zipper allowance. So after the zipper allowance, that's how you take your measurements. You divide by 4 and then you add your sewing allowances. And then I'll be coming down to my waist area, and then carve out your armhole like so, okay? And then I'll come down to the waist area, divide the waist by 4, add 1 inch for that, and then 2 inches or 3 inches or any allowances of your choice to that, and then you connect like so. And so I'm taking my darts. I took 4 inches and then 4 inches on the chest line, and then it came down by 1 inch, and then I'll be connecting that and then taking my half inch dart. That is for the back. And then I'll give that a notch so that it would reflect on the other side of the back. So now, in order to avoid bulginess of the zipper area, you just come in by half an inch. I just come in by half an inch and then slant it all the way up, and then you will not be having any bulginess at your zipper area. So just cut that out. And then cut out the bulginess for the zipper at the back. So you should be having a slanted edge like so. And so we're basically through with the back as well. So I'm just trying to indicate the back and then the front. I just felt like repeating what I did on the other side for the dart right here, just for you to understand and get the drift. So setting that aside, so what I'm doing next is to cut the the lower part, that is the skirt. So for this, I don't need to really explain much about how to cut a skirt. I just came down for my hip, waist to hip measurement. I've done my waist measurement divided by 4, added 1 inch for that, and then sewing allowance. Then I came to my hip, divided by 4, and then added my sewing allowance. So I'm cutting both the front and back together because I've already added 1.5 inches for my zipper. As you can see, that one is longer than 1. So now I'm getting my darts. As you can see, I went up by 3 inches from my hip line, and then I drew the line straight like that, and then took my half inch for my darts, and then I'll notch that so that I would know the exact place it was, and then slit open for the back. So this is the second part. So now for the lower part, I don't know, I think I missed some clips of this video because as at this point I had gone ahead to cut out my lining, turned everything out, added the skirt part. I even added this ribbon, half-inch velvet ribbon at the waist area. I'd even gone ahead to do up to that, and I did 1 layer of the gathers off camera. So I'll just be showing you how I'm going to be doing the other 2 layers. So for the first layer, all you need to do is, before you get the measurement you need for this, let me just tell you, you get your full measurement. By the time you remove your half length and then the skirt part, then whatever is left, you're going to be dividing that by 3. So whatever you have, the inches you have each is what you're going to be cutting out on a long strip. So now I made use of 3 yards for this fabric, this Ankara fabric. I made use of 3 yards of fabric. So now whatever you have at hand, you can utilize, but I made use of 3 yards. So now I cut out a long strip of the same length. The only thing I made longer was the lower one, that is the last line. I added like extra 2 inches to that. And so now you take and then you gather it, and in order to get that effect that it had on the distance between them, you would see that there is a black tapings around there. I made use of a bias because I didn't have an industrial weaving machine to do the edges and all that. So you can see the work that I put into this. I used bias to turn the edges all the way, because I'm going to be placing it on each of the fabric and gathering it so that it will come out very, very neat. So that was the method I devised, and it came out very fine, as you saw on the thumbnail. So do well to do that like so. If you have any questions, please kindly leave it in the comment section. I will be right there to answer each and every one. So I've gone ahead to do the second, and then I've gone ahead to do the third. As you can see, I don't know where my camera angle, it keeps flipping like this. So this is how it came out. It came out very, very wonderful. And lest I forget, before you do the gathering of the first layer, you must have closed up your normal measurements, and then you open up the zipper area, because that's what you'll be fixing last. So that is why we have that opened up like so. I believe you understand what I'm saying. I missed some clips of this video, that's why I didn't show the part where I did those things. Yeah, so I'm so sorry. So now I'm just going to be attaching my zipper. I'm going to take it up like so, run a stitch from after where I'll be fixing my zipper, then fix my zipper, and then I'll be making use of a normal basic sleeve in this tutorial. Just the normal basic sleeve. Cut it out. I cut like about 6 inches in length, yeah, and then I turned it out with lining and then attached it to the gown, and that was how it came out, looking beautiful, as you saw on the thumbnail. So if you feel that you didn't understand some of the places, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I'll be right there to answer you everything. So for this keyhole part, I just cut out a ribbon like thing, and then used my thread and my needle to attach to that keyhole area. So it's looking like a scrunchie, or how do they call it? So that was how it came out, looking beautiful like that. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial as usual, kindly subscribe, kindly share, and kindly give this video a thumbs up. Thank you all, and God bless you. So kindly watch out for my next tutorial. Love you all, and God bless you. Ciao. And as usual, this is Genius Signatures, and I'm signing out. Thank you. Bye.